everybody, it's Jen from JenPlans, and I'm going to show you a peek inside my wallet to show you how our family kind of does our take on cash envelopes. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan, and I really strongly believe that if you're trying to get a hold on some of your spending, that cash is a really great way to do that. Now, our family does not use cash for everything, really just a few categories. I don't feel the need to take cash out for gas that I put in my car because that's not really an area that I overspend in. And I adjust as needed if we have some extra travel that's happening. So that's just one example of a place. This is not like take cash out for all your bills and everything. But for our family, the areas that which really means I tend to struggle with, are groceries, dining out, and then just fun money, just fun spending money. So that category is not a lot, but I like to have a little bit of it, and then I don't feel guilty spending a little bit here and there on myself because I know it's accounted for and budgeted for and it fits with our goals. So I'm going to show you my wallet. It's going to be really fast because we only have, like I said, a couple of categories, but I'll show you how we do it. So here we go. This is my wallet. It's kind of what I use in place of the envelope system because I'll show you the inside. It's pretty segmented in the middle, and so I don't really need dividers or envelopes. I just kind of keep everything in here. The brand is Apartment 9. I got it at Kohl's on sale years and years ago. I don't think they carry this one anymore. I've linked a few comparable ones in the description of the video if you want to see it, but this is my wallet. So this is kind of how everything's laid out, and it makes sense to me. It kind of took me a couple weeks to remember like which section was which thing, but so this is usually how it works. I go to the ATM every Saturday morning and I take out a total amount of money that includes grocery money, dining out, and like just spending money for myself and for my husband. And so usually when I get my husband's, I'll take, like, as soon as I take it out, like, let's say this is his, this is not his, but let's say it's his. I take it out and I fold it and I keep it there until I get home or until he's done with work and comes home. And then I just hand it off to him. But that's how I know that it's his. And then mine, I keep on this side. This is my side back here of just my spending money. It's just a lot of singles. Spending money, I use mine on everything from if I want an extra cup of coffee in a drive-through, or I want to treat myself to lunch out, or sometimes I save it up. Like I saved mine up all of December to buy some new rain boots that I really wanted. I don't feel the need, like it doesn't burn a hole in my pocket. I don't feel the need to spend it if it's here. I know some people kind of have a beef with the cash system because it burns a hole in their pocket. It doesn't do that for me. It's more painful for me to hand over cash. So I have no problem saving mine if I don't need it. I don't spend every last penny that I have every single week unless I need to. So my sections are, like I said, grocery, dining out, and then spending money or blow money. And then back here I have some debit cards for work for my job, and then I have some like my Kroger card, and then my Walgreens card, and then back here I keep gift cards and insurance cards, like my car insurance, health insurance, dental insurance, all that is like shoved back there. I'll tell you about the paper clips in a second. And then on this side I keep I have like just some miscellaneous stuff back here, extra stamps, a thing that I forgot that was in there, a picture that my daughter made me, a picture of my niece. I keep, this is not money related, I keep a sample of the color that we're going to paint our walls so that if I'm like out looking for decor, which I'm rarely doing, but if I'm ever out looking for decor, I have like the paint swatch from our house, and then a couple of business cards for like the car service people and stuff. And then, this, I forgot was in here. I love keeping this in here. I got this once in a fortune cookie. Judge each day, not by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And so I thought that was perfect for budgeting. So I keep that in my wallet kind of as a reminder. And then library card, like my roadside assistance, and then a couple of other gift cards. This is like for the car wash, somebody gave me a gift. So that's kind of like behind the scenes. So when I go to take cash out, I pull around to the front of the bank and I sort it into these sections right away. So this section is always grocery money. And I have, today's today's Tuesday, so I have until next Saturday. So I have the rest of today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get through. So 4 days. I've done almost all of my grocery shopping. I need to go get some meat, so I have a little bit extra. And then anything left, I save for, anything extra I save for like household items. Some people ask, you know, if you need to separate out household items or like, you know, personal hygiene products from your grocery money. It's really up to you. I don't separate it out because I buy it kind of all at the same place. It's just easier for me to not have like 16 different, you know, categories. So I do this is like money that I have to spend at the grocery store. So our grocery budget is a little bit higher, but it includes all of our household cleaning products and toilet paper and paper towels and stuff like that is all included. So if it rolls over, I let mine roll over from week to week because some weeks I need to buy like, you know, all of those things at once, and they're, you know, they can add up pretty quickly. So that's grocery money, which also for my family includes, you know, those things. So next is dining out. Now, this week's a really good example because we went out to eat on Sunday and we did not, I didn't have my wallet. So, my husband used the debit card. And so it took me a while to have the willpower to make this work, just to be like totally honest. But we swiped the debit card, which we do sometimes if we don't have cash, seldom, but if we don't have cash, we swiped the debit card. And then as soon as I got home, I took the receipt and I clipped the money and I kept it in here. So when I go to the bank on Saturday, I'm going to deduct this total amount from the amount that I'll withdraw. So it'll all kind of even out. I don't recommend doing this until and unless you have like total willpower, because this is not something I could do like 3 years ago, because I would be like, oh, I would just take this clip away and oh, look at all this money I have. And then I'd blow it. But I know, like, that's why I keep paper clips in here. This is off limits. I cannot spend this week. This is not this week's money. This is next week's money. And so, you know, you could just, I keep mine in here. You could leave it at home. But that's kind of like one way around, like, well, what do you do if you don't have your cash on you? We have enough money in our account to cover stuff like that, kind of as a little buffer, if I can reconcile it before the end of the month, which I'm going to, by deducting it from the cash I take out next week. I don't like stealing from myself in the future. That's what it feels like. But I've developed, you know, enough self-discipline over the years that I can do this now and I can keep it tucked away. And then when I go to the ATM, I'll just count up how much I have here. I'll deduct it from the total I take out, and then I'll take the clip off and it'll kind of like go back into its section. The other time that I do that is if, you know, I do almost all the grocery shopping, but if my husband needs to pick something up on his way home, you know, hey, can you pick up chicken on the way home from the grocery store? You know, if he doesn't have the cash on him, usually he'll use his blow money and I'll reimburse him from the grocery side. But if he doesn't have any cash, again, you know, he'll swipe the card and then I'll take a paper clip. So I keep a couple in here and I'll take the receipt and I'll see, okay, you know, it was, you know, however much it was, and I'll fold it over and clip it. And so I know every time I open my wallet, this is like not real money yet until Saturday, until the next time I take cash out. So grocery money, I know this is like the biggest question I get for cash envelopes. What do you do if you don't have your cash on you, or if you need somebody else in the family to pick something up? That's just how we do it. When we were first starting out, because this took me a while to be disciplined enough to do this, but when we were first starting out, we would either just figure it out. I would go to the store the next day. We just, you know, or I would redeposit the money because it couldn't sit here in my wallet. So it took a while to get the system down. If this is something that you're disciplined enough to do, that's awesome. You know, like I said, it's taken a while. And change is a question I get a lot too. You know, what do you do with the change? I also keep this in here. If you're a parent to a child with long hair, you know how that goes. So I keep change in here, and then we put it in a big piggy bank. Or I give it to the kids. You know, sometimes I just take change out and give it to the kids as like commission for like chores that they do around the house. So I don't carry a bunch of change. I don't stress out about change. That's like too detailed for me. There's not enough that it makes a huge difference in our budget. You know, every once in a while I'll go cash it in and then put it back into, like, if I actually go to the bank and get dollars, I'll take it out and put it back in the grocery side because typically that's where it comes from. If you're really super hardcore, you know, you would throw that money at whatever step you're on. if you're following a baby step. But that's it. That's my envelope system, my kind of edited envelope system. It works really well for our family. You know, we've kind of figured out our groove. It's helpful that I'm the one that does most of the shopping. But, you know, you can always split it too. I know a lot of people who just take the grocery envelope and they split it between partners in the family, and, you know, that works too. So, you know, the key is just really to figure out what works for you. But I love cash because I feel like it just gives me a physical boundary on the spending. You know, you can't overspend cash, and when it's gone, it's gone. So the other question I get a lot is, you know, what do you do if you run out of grocery money and you need groceries? Well, that depends on how hardcore you are. You know, for me and my family, we just figure it out. We go through the pantry, we do leftovers, we do freezer meals, we, you know, eat whatever's there and just chug through the week. Not because we can't go to the bank and get more money if we want to, but we just don't want to. You know, we like to be more disciplined than that and keep within our limits. Or, you know, if it's something we really, really need, then I can use blow money. But really, as long as the total works out and you're staying within your limits, that's kind of the key. So that's my modified cash envelope system. It's not even a clip system except for these little paper clips. But that's it. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to catch other budgeting videos, you can scroll through the other ones I have posted, or you can click subscribe because I do post them semi-regularly. And I'd love to answer any questions you have. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching.